So welcome to week 17, and yes, this is going to be made on time. Um, Finally, one will be made on time. Actually, I've made them on time, it's just getting them posted is going to be the real challenge. So yep, so week 17, it's been a kind of busy week, so I'll just jump right into it. We had our doctor's appointment. Well, I'll put it this way, we had a level of excitement that was definitely a little different. Um, I've been having spotting since about, is it the 7th? Yeah, March 7th. And then on Monday, I was in the ER, and basically they did nothing for me, which that's a whole nother issue. But I talked, they then scheduled on Tuesday morning, because I had a doctor's appointment, they had scheduled an ultrasound with the high-risk doctor, which I'm not even going to get into all that. So we had a doctor's appointment Tuesday, which I met with a doctor that was an idiot, and I do not like him because he's like, oh, well, you could miscarry, you could not be miscarrying, we don't know, but it's 50-50. And I'm like, thanks. Like, knowing that a simple ultrasound would tell them, is it placenta previa, or is there something else going on that we don't know? So I had my ultrasound on Wednesday, which we got to see the baby, and the gender was confirmed again. And I talked to my friend, and she said yes. We've now gotten 2 ultrasounds with the exact same gender. So even though like hers, I know what we saw, because remember, I'm not saying what we saw, but you know, we both wanted to be just sure, because she has one. Why do I want to say? I think it's the day before mine, on April 2nd. So that's when she's going to confirm hers again, and I will confirm mine again on the 3rd for her. So, so yes, we got to see the baby. Baby's doing good. Very active little baby. A lot of movement. I feel the baby probably about, I would say probably, it's daily. I feel the baby daily, but I'd say it's probably about, I feel it quite a bit in the morning, and then in the evening I feel it. And it's not now where I'm just, if I have to stay still or anything, I feel it when I'm moving, everything. So I haven't felt it on the outside yet, but it's still kind of early to feel it on the outside. The only reason my husband was able to feel the baby's very first movement was, it was just chance. Still didn't even know how that happened. And my daughter, she liked to poke elbows and knees. My son was a little bit more relaxed with that. So that was about it. That was exciting this week. Yeah. All right. Anything exciting coming up? No. Well, yes. Well, it's not exciting, but we do have some stuff coming up this weekend. We have I don't know if I mentioned this. I have an amniocentesis scheduled for Friday. And the only reason I had it scheduled for Friday, because I typically do it on Thursday, was because with my line of work, the high-risk sector does not recommend me working for 24 hours to 48 hours after. And they said that it depends on the person, but they typically don't really like you working for 24 hours after. And then with my line of work, they'd feel more comfortable with 48 hours. Now with the placenta previa, they want me to take the day off before to rest, to minimize any bleeding, and then the anemia, they want me to take the day before. And they said also, because the fact is we've never had one done, so they said, you know, it might be just safer to take the day off of work. So I have Thursday and Friday coming up that I have off. So, but exciting, like, woohoo, exciting, no. Well, I went off of one of the medications today. No, not today. On Friday, I went off of it. I've had little bouts of morning sickness, but not. I'm not throwing up. I just feel very, very nauseous. But it all depends on my weight on Friday. If we continue, if I continue to gain, even with, feeling nauseous, then I go off of another one. At any point, like the doctor said, if I start throwing up quite a bit, then I go back on, and we don't we don't continue to try going off of medications, which is fine with me. Whatever. As long as the baby is healthy and fine, I don't care. Very fatigued, as you can see. I just yawned. But not too bad. I'm getting a little bit of my energy back, but that's because I take iron first thing in the morning, I take iron in the afternoon, and I take it in the evening. I take iron 3 times a day. And that's only until the bleeding, what do you say, when I go 48 hours without any spotting, then they're going to recheck my iron, and then they're, more than likely they're going to have me just go down to once a day, on top of my prenatal, which is fine. My face broke out a little bit, but it's been doing that on and off. Like, I feel like it breaks out when I make my vlogs, and then, like, the next day they all go away. And then right before my vlog, like the day before, it all breaks out. I'm like, lovely. Yeah. My hips are more sore, my back's more sore, but I do have a pregnancy pillow, but it's, I need to just get rid of it. It's so worn out now. I've had it for 4 years, actually almost 4.5 years now. Yeah, almost 4.5 years that I've had it. And I used it for the majority of my pregnancy with my son, my pregnancy with my daughter. So it's going on its third pregnancy, because I didn't use it during my miscarriages because I didn't really need it. So yeah, it's going on its its third time being used, and yeah, the middle part is gone. It was one of the total body boppies, so a great product because it lasted for 2 pregnancies. So I guess at some point you need to be, like a regular pill, at some point you need to get rid of it. Yeah, I don't have this week I do not have a picture with me pregnant with either of the other 2, because Tiny we did every other week, and Mikey we did so sporadic because I didn't really show until about 25, 26 weeks. Then I started showing at 27 weeks, and then I grew really quick. It was like I had absolutely, like you guys saw last week, at 16 weeks, I had no bump. I had nothing. And then even at 20 weeks, nothing. So it was kind of like, what am I taking a picture of? There's nothing there. And then when we finally did get I finally had the bump, we were finishing up our lawsuit from our car accident. So our life got so crazy all at one time. And then I'll have to do a reflection on both of my pregnancies for you guys, so that way I'll probably record it right after this because I actually have the time. So, yeah, so here's the bump for week 17. Alrighty, so that's about it. We're doing good. Hopefully this bleeding will slow down. If any of you guys have had placenta previa, I know I've had one person that private messaged me and said, oh, don't complain about it because you have it at the beginning stages. And the only reason my doctor's he said typically he would have just said, yeah, you have a low-lying placenta, that's why you have bleeding. and not tell the patient that they had placenta previa, because he said it, almost, well, at that point I was 16 and a half weeks pregnant. It does migrate, doesn't, as he said, doesn't move, it migrates, it grows up. The only reason he's not convinced mine is going to get too much higher is because of how it's so centered. Like he said, I might at the end have it be a partial, but he doesn't think so, because he was looking, because he said for it to go in the back, but he looked at my HCG. Yeah, he said no, my AS. HSG, sorry. And that in the back part is where I have all the scar tissue. So, which I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I knew it was on my left side. I didn't realize that it was on the back part as well of the uterus. And he said, yeah, it's on the back part of your uterus. He's like, so it's gonna, it might just stay where it is. Because he said it's, obviously it's like the baby's thriving. I am measuring now a day behind. He said, not a big deal. And different parts were measuring 2 days behind, 3 days behind. He said, but as far as he's concerned, the baby is thriving well with where the placenta is. So he's treating it like it's going to be a placenta previa for the whole pregnancy. He said it would be wonderful that it does move, but if it doesn't move, it doesn't move. As long as the baby's healthy and as long as the baby's fine, I'm okay with it. He did say, though, because of that and because of what I do for work, he would actually push to try to have a C-section done at 37 weeks, which definitely kind of has me a little bit more anxious about that. I'd rather wait until 39 weeks, but like he said, just don't plan on baby being here at the end of August. Plan that it could be the beginning of August. So he said, just kind of keep that all in mind when that might be a possibility. And the only reason he said that, because of the fact that I've had low iron with both kids, and where I already have it now and the bleeding, like he said, he would rather get the baby out. And, he's like, and I have to have an uphill battle that he said what we could be having. So, yeah, so I think enough with that. I'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.